Hello and welcome to Replacement Player Baseball. Today, we have Game 2 of Reds and Cubs at Wrigley Field. Cubs come in on a pretty good winning streak. They've been playing very hot baseball lately, winning 7 of their last 9, moving to within half a game of the division lead. The team they're trailing is the opponent today, the Cincinnati Reds. Today's lineups are going to feature... The Cubs are going to send up pretty much their standard lineup. Danny Santana is going to play center field today. Tauchman out on the left. Otherwise, pretty much the standard Cub lineup. Jonathan Loaiza will be the starter for the Cubs. He's making start number 12, 3-3 with a 4.99 ERA, 1.22 WHIP. He will be opposed by Trevor Bauer, who is making start number 12. He is 4-2 with a 3.71 ERA and a 1.11 WHIP. Today's game, the wind is blowing in from right at 19 mph, actually blowing in a gale off the lake today, and 67 degrees. I don't imagine it's going to be a whole lot of fun being down there on the field, actually. Well, Jonathan Loaiza's on the mound. Reds sending up Joey Votto to lead off the game in the top of the first inning. Cubs coming in at 30-28, trailing the first place Reds by half of a game. They are at 30-27. Yesterday's game was a bit of a rout. Cubs ended up winning 17-5. Let's see if they can follow that up with a strong performance here today. And there's a ground ball at first. Shaw has it, throws to Loaiza, covering the bag for out number 1. Josh Van Meter now, as the crowd starts to show up for this game, filling in the stadium a little better. Van Meter comes up to face Loaiza with a 3-1 count. Here's the pitch. Lined at Baez at short. That'll be out number 2 as he reaches up and snags that one. Castellanos now the batter with 2 outs and a 2-2 count in the top of the first inning. And Castellanos strikes out for out number 3. That is the end of the first inning for the Reds. We now go to the bottom of the first of a 0-0 game. Tauchman the batter against Trevor Bauer. 1-2 count to Tauchman. Bauer looking for the side. And here comes the pitch. That'll be a single in the left center field as Tauchman dumps it over the shortstop's head. Center fielder cuts it off, throws it back into the cutoff man, and Tauchman leads off the Cubs half of the first with a single. Fletcher now the batter with a 1-2 count. That one gets away. That one was high and inside. Fletcher had to dive out of the way of that pitch, and Tauchman takes second. Score that one a wild pitch on Bauer, and now Fletcher will bat with a runner in scoring position. Full count pitch. That is outside. That is ball 4. Fletcher heads down to first. Tauchman had already made his way to second. And now Bryant is the batter. With first and second, nobody out. 1 ball count to Bryant. Bauer for the pitch. That is popped up to center field. That is going to bend around to short center and be caught for out number 1. That was actually kind of headed toward right, but the wind pushed it right back over towards center, and the Red center fielder was able to make the play. Baez now batting with 1 out, runners on first and second, an 0-2 pitch. And there is the fastball at 93. Baez waves and misses, and now Travis Shaw will be the batter. Coming up with 2 outs, 2 men on. Full count pitch to Shaw. Grounder up the middle. Shortstop Fields throws to first because apparently second base was out of his line of sight. And that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. The Cubs put 2 men on, but do not drive them in. We go to the top of the second inning of a 0-0 game. Loaiza will pitch to Suarez with an 0-2 count to lead off the top of the second inning. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Loiza rings him up for strikeout number 2, and Moustakas is the next batter. 1 ball count to Moustakas. Grounder up the middle. Baez is perfectly positioned. He's playing behind second base on the shift, and he scoops that one up, throws to first for out number 2. Barnhart now the batter. 2 outs, nobody on. 2-2 count to Barnhart. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Loiza rings him up on a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. And Barnhart heads back to the bench, and the Reds' half of the second inning is over. We go to the bottom of the second of a 0-0 game. Contreras will lead off for the Cubs in the bottom of the second inning. 2-0 pitch to Contreras. Grounder to third. The throw goes to first, and Contreras is retired for out number 1. Hayward now the batter, coming up with 1 out, nobody on. 1-2 pitch to Hayward. Trevor Bauer comes to the plate. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Hayward is sent down on strikes. And now Santana will bat with 2 outs and the bases clear. 3-1 pitch to Santana. Another grounder to third. The throw goes to first, and Santana is retired on a bang-bang play over at first base. Cubs are retired in order. Go to the top of the third inning of a 0-0 game. Loiza will face Galvis to lead off the Reds' half of the third. Full count pitch to Galvis. Here it comes. Inside ball 4. Nice eye there by Galvis to take the walk. Loiza issues his first free pass of the ball game. And the Reds will send up their center fielder, Akiyama, with a runner on first and nobody out. 2-1 pitch. And that one gets away. Contreras is not able to handle it. Score that a wild pitch as Galvis takes second. Akiyama now batting with a full count, waiting for the pitch. Popped up to short center field. Baez actually goes out to field it, and he puts it away for out number 1. And now the pitcher Bauer is coming up. This is going to be a sacrifice situation with a 1-2 count. Oh, and Bauer with 2 strikes knocks it over the second baseman's head into right field. Well, he was trying to give them the out, but ultimately Bauer gets a single. Galvis advances to third, and now Votto is the batter with runners on the corners and 1 out. 1 strike pitch from Loiza. Grounder to second. Fletcher to Baez to Shaw. And the Cubs end the inning on a ground ball double play. We go now to the bottom of the third inning of a 0-0 game. Loiza will lead off against Bauer in the bottom of the third. 2-2 pitch to Loiza. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He failed where Bauer came through, and he strikes out for the first out of the inning. Tauchman now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. Full count pitch to Tauchman. That'll be another base hit. That's over the shortstop's head into left center field. Tauchman rounds first, but he heads back. Wisely, I presume. That'll be a single for Tauchman. And now Fletcher is the batter. 1 out, 1 man on. 1 strike pitch to Fletcher. Popped up to right field, but the wind's blowing it back to center field. And that is going to be caught in short center field for out number 2. Chris Bryant now comes up with 2 outs, runner on first. Cubs trying to break this 0-0 tie. 1-1 pitch to Bryant. And Bryant pops it up down the right field line. However, that's going to be playable medium depth in right field. And Castellanos makes the catch for out number 3. Cubs get a runner, but he is stranded. We go to the top of the 4th now of a 0-0 game. We go now to the top of the 4th inning. The leadoff hitter for the Reds will be Josh Van Meter. He is 0 for 1 today against Loiza, who's coming out to start inning number 4 of work. 1-2 count from Loiza. And that is well hit down the right field line. The wind is not going to save that one. It is going to be a home run into the right field stands. 400 feet out to straightaway right field. And the Reds now own a 1-0 lead. Well, Castellanos will be the next batter. He's going to come up with the bases clear, nobody out. Full count pitch to Castellanos. Loaiza coming to the plate. That's a liner, but that's right at Hayward. He takes a couple steps to his left and puts it away for out number 1. Suarez now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. 1-1 pitch to Suarez. Here it comes. Popped up to right center, however, that'll be playable in straightaway center. And Santana is there to make the catch for out number 2. Moustakas now the batter. 2 outs, nobody on. First pitch to Moustakas. And it is beginning to rain, as that is a foul tip off the bat of Moustakas. Loaiza now pitching with a 1-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 4 strikeouts in the game for Loaiza. He does allow a run on the solo shot, and we go down to the bottom of the 4th of a 1-0 Cincinnati lead. Baez, the batter, he will lead off against Bauer in the bottom of the 4th inning. 3-1 pitch to Baez. That was low, must have been down in the dirt for ball 4. Baez heads down to first, and now Shaw is the batter. Shaw comes up. I feel like he's added about 25 points of batting average in the last 4 games. 2-1 pitch to Shaw. Pops it up to center field, pops it up on the infield. The shortstop has it. He catches it for out number 1. Contreras now the batter. He needs to add about 25 points of batting average if he expects to stay over the Mendoza line. Contreras comes up with 1 out, 1 man on. 2-2 pitch to Contreras. That'll be a base hit to right field. Baez rounds second. He never stops, heading for third. Sliding into third, he advances on the Contreras single. There are now runners on the corners with nobody out, and Jason Hayward is the batter. Hayward steps in with a full count. Inside ball 4. Hayward is patient, and it pays off. He heads down to first base with walk number 27 of the season. And now Danny Santana will bat. The base is full of Cubs, 1 out. Cubs trying to come back in this 1-0 game. 2-1 pitch to Santana. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him on the changeup. Trevor Bauer has his 4th strikeout of the day. And now Loaiza is going to bat, and he is going to have to help his own cause right here. Going to have to try to get a base hit with 2 outs and the bases loaded. 2-2 pitch to Loaiza. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Well, the Cubs load the bases, but they do not drive in any runs. We go to the top of the 5th of a 1-0 Cincinnati lead. Loaiza will come out to pitch. He's got 62 pitches under his belt, coming out to work inning number 5. Facing Tucker Barnhart to lead off the Reds half of the inning. 1-1 pitch to Barnhart. Grounder to second. Fletcher has it. Throws to Shaw. That is out number 1. Loaiza now pitching to Freddie Galvis with a 1-strike count. Here's the pitch. Grounder to first. Shaw has it. Steps on the bag. Out number 2. That'll be recorded as 3 unassisted. And Akiyama will bat now with 2 outs. Nobody on base. 2-2 pitch. Grounder back to short. Baez to Shaw. And the Cubs retire the Reds on 3 groundouts in the top of the 5th. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning of a 1-0 Cincinnati lead. Tauschman now the batter. He's going to lead off the bottom of the 5th for the Cubs. 3-1 pitch to Tauschman. That was probably ball 4, but he swung at it anyway, and the ground ball to second becomes an easy out for the first out of the inning. Fletcher now the batter. Dave Fletcher coming up with 1 out, nobody on. 1-1 pitch to Fletcher. Grounder to first. And Votto steps on the bag for out number 2. Chris Bryant now the batter with 1 out, with 2 outs in a 1-0 game, bottom of the 5th inning. 2-0 pitch to Bryant. Bauer comes to the plate. Grounder to first. Votto has it. Throws to Bauer, but the throw is late. Bauer was very slow getting over to cover first base, and Bryant has an infield single. Baez now the batter. He's coming up with Bryant standing on first, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th inning. 2-1 pitch to Baez, and Baez hammers it But that is going to be warning track power as the left fielder Van Meter catches it on the warning track for out number 3. Man, that looked good coming off the bat, but it was just a little bit short of a home run. Well, we go to the top of the 6th of a 1-0 Reds lead. Trevor Bauer will lead off for the Reds, facing Jonathan Loaiza with a 1-ball count. Grounder to short, Baez over to Shaw for out number 1. Loaiza now pitching to Votto. First pitch with a 1 out. And the rain is coming down pretty heavy. There's a rain delay as they pull the tarp out over the infield. And the game has been called. The game is complete because we were in the 6th inning and the Reds are declared winners due to a rainout. That is very disappointing for Cub fans everywhere. Well, chalk this loss up to the umpiring crew and Mother Nature, I suppose. The Reds get 1 run on 2 hits. The Cubs get no runs on 4 hits. The player of the game is Trevor Bauer. He earns win number 5, throwing 5 innings of 4-hit, 0-run baseball with 3 walks and 5 strikeouts. Man, the Cubs had chances to score in this game, and they just were not able to capitalize. Jonathan Loaiza suffers the loss. He drops to 1-3. He threw 5 1/3, 2-hit, 1-run baseball. His only blemish of the game was that solo shot that he gave up to Van Meter. Well, the Reds improved to 31-27, while the Cubs dropped to 30-29, and the Reds expanded out to a 1.5-game lead. Well, thank you for watching Replacement Player Baseball.